Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Playing With Myself. In today's video we'll be taking a look at a game called Antichamber. This is a game that came out about a month ago. It's a first-person puzzle game. And immediately, like, when you think of a first-person puzzle game, I think, well, at least in my head, the first thing that pops up is Portal, but this game isn't really like Portal at all. It's the way that you solve puzzles in this game is far different from that, as we'll see in a minute here. But I'd like to explain what's going on. So this game doesn't actually have a menu, it's just this room that you're popped into when you load up the game, and got this kind of inspirational quote here, which I suppose is nice. Then you've got the actual, like, menu area where it tells you how to play the game, etc. You know, your resolution, whatever. And then there's this time remaining counter down here that counts down from about an hour and a half. I'm not exactly sure what that's all about. I played through a little bit of this before, but I deleted my progress. You can see you can do that right here. So I can start out fresh. So I'm going to know what to do in the early game here pretty easily, but there'll be a certain point that we get to in this game that I'm just not going to know what to do, and I might come across as kind of an idiot, as I typically do. But there's this area here which I actually didn't explore before and probably won't. But immediately, just right off the bat, this game has an incredible visual style. It's like high contrast colors, you know, black and white mixed in with some really vibrant blues and yellows and purples and whatnot. It looks very, very nice. And it's all made in UDK, which is pretty crazy. Not many games, you know, come out looking like this in UDK. But we're gonna jump down here. And we've landed in what would apparently be water, but it's actually just a white floor. We can come up here and click on these. They'll give us these little, like, they're not really hints, but sometimes they'll lead you, they'll push you in the direction of the right answer. But yes, visually this game is incredible. When you hear like Unreal Engine, you think, oh, like something like Gears of War, but that is not the case here. So, a lot of what this game has to deal with is sort of like non-euclidean geometry, which is a pretty complicated phrase for basically saying that geometry that isn't possible, just can't exist. So we can go down here, and it just leads us right back to where we were before. So it's stuff like that. It really pops up a lot. But if we go backwards, you'll see that, oh, I suppose not. Maybe that's not it. Maybe if we go up. Sorry, I'm only like, what, 3 minutes in, and I'm already making a fool of myself? It's terrible. You can click on these. Maybe I need to do that first. So yeah, like I was saying before, you come back this way and it's completely different. This is one of my favorite parts of the early game because it gives you a sense of for how stylistically awesome this game is. So if we go, I'm going to trip this thing, it'll lead us through that area. It's telling us to hit escape. If we do that, it brings us back to this kind of hub menu area. And it'll give us a new sort of inspirational quote. We can go back over here. I've actually sort of, oh yeah. So if I hold down shift, I can walk. Ground actually just kind of appears before me. Which isn't always the case. Like, you can't just see a gap and hold shift and walk over. You'll probably just end up falling. It's in very specific scenarios that that's a possibility. Oh, I kind of forgot about this place. If I hold shift to walk through. And there's a little bit tricky part here. There's no actual way to fly. Like, if you jump and hold it, nothing happens. You'll just end up falling again. It'll take us to this new area. I don't think we can go this way. It's all blocked off by these green bars. So instead, we'll head in this direction and see what we can find. Yeah, this is a game that has kind of become known in the, I guess, the indie game scene, or maybe just in game development scene in general. We're having a really protracted development. It was been in development for something like 4 years. Won some crazy, like, Unreal Tournament, or not Unreal Tournament, sorry. Some kind of Unreal contest for like $1 million and still wasn't able to finish it, like, on time, which is pretty crazy. I guess on time isn't the right word. I'm trying to remember how to open this door. There's some way to do it. Thought maybe if I... There we go. Yeah, on time's not the right way to say it, but I mean, it took a very long time, almost like a Fez-style development cycle. It just took forever. So let's jump down here. Obviously, a huge appeal of this game is sort of just the general trippiness of it. It's constantly playing with your expectations of stuff like perspective and stuff like that. So we can't go that way. That's the end. But unfortunately, we can't just finish the game. I guess I shouldn't say unfortunately. It'd be kind of sad if this game was like 10 minutes long. Not even. I think we're at 5 minutes right now. So we keep walking. We'll hit a wall, so we gotta choose our path a little carefully. There we go. This thing at the end spells out life. And this is also one of my favorite moments in the game, is walking in here and just looking at all the different ways that, like, your expectations are being played with, and every side of the cube is something different. This is a classic game of Pong, possibly being played by two invisible ghosts. MIA. I don't want to criticize. That seems like a sort of a pretentious shout-out, or a pompous type thing. Like, you really think MIA is going to be playing this game? Come on, man. But all this stuff, some math class stuff going on here. I don't know. I don't know anything about anything, so just don't even take my word for it. But yeah, all this stuff's really cool. Not quite the point of the game to just stand here and... I actually didn't even mess around with this one. Not sure what this is going to do. Anyways, I'm not going to sit here and do that, because instead I want to get to the point in the game where I hadn't gotten any farther and see if I can really mess things up and maybe make this like a 40-minute long video. So we got a really minor puzzle. If we're looking at the thing, the door is open. If we're not, it's closed, so we just look at it and backpedal. And there we go. Look at another one of these. This is also really cool. So we're looking through that, and there's nothing on the other side except when we're looking through. So what we have to do is we have to stare at it for long enough, and then it'll become sort of part of the other place. I'm not sure exactly which one I'm supposed to be going to. Oh, I see. Maybe that was in the other room. Oh. There we go. I think this is the right way to go. Yeah, I remember this part. There's this thing that's floating down the hall. Pretty obviously something bad given the ominous voices we're hearing and the fact that it just looks flat out evil. We'll keep going this way. Another cool visual section. There's really good ambience in this game too, like we're hearing, I don't know, like rainforest sounds or something like that. Which is always nice. I might be getting a little turned around here. I think I'll go this way. This section obviously aided by these circles right here that I can use to look where I'm going, unless I'm not. Because I'm dumb. So it looks like we're back in an area we might have been before. Earlier we could have gone right, and we did, but I think we'll go this way because the arrows are pointing in that direction. And that's where I was before. That's what I want to get. I haven't picked up the gun yet. I wanted to save that for the video. But we definitely want to get there. So we're going to try and do that. Although I may have forgotten. Oh, here we go. See, now we're on the other side of the glass. Can't keep us contained. Bastards. So this is one that took me a little bit to figure out, and I'm kind of ashamed to admit that, but what we have to do is we have to go up here, and now we're on the other side of the glass. That's where we came from, but using perspective, we sort of teleported ourselves over here. And it says, at times we need to view the world from someone else's perspective. A neat little hint. So what we gotta do here is we go this way, and then we look. Yep, and now we got the gun. This took me way quicker than it did the first time just trying to solve all the puzzles. But we'll pick up the gun. I have no idea what this thing does. I see what you're getting at. Or do I? Okay, I got it. So I guess we're just like creating geometry in the world now, which is pretty neat. Let's see if we can get this thing back. Not exactly. Oh, you know what? Like that. Yep. I assume what we do here is we take the block. You put it right there. Yep. Obviously some pretty easy puzzles. I can imagine this is going to get pretty gosh darn difficult at some point. Not sure how to... Can I use this thing? Can I jump on it? No, I can't quite do that. I said that they're going to get pretty gosh darn difficult at some point. Maybe right now is the more accurate term. Also, brief apology if you can hear my mouse clicker in the background. My mouse, I should say. Mouse clicking. It's something that I can't really do much about. Yeah, there we go. It's just, you know, it's something that is going to happen in the videos. I don't have like a silent mouse or whatever. I wonder how I'm supposed to do this one. Is it possible for me to... No? What's our hint say? Not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing, and this is what I was really afraid of happening while I was playing it. I just don't want to come across as too much of an idiot, but you know, these things happen. Solving puzzles in real time, probably infuriating to a lot of people. Maybe I have to go like back or something like that, and Oh, you know, hold on. Let me try something. If it gets a little too outrageous and I'm taking far too long to figure these out, I will edit this a little bit to speed things along. I think we may have solved it. Or maybe we did. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, video game. I know what you're doing. There we go. That took far too long. I assume I don't know. I don't want to take it and like. Yep. Let's see. Indeed, there are multiple ways to approach a situation. Video game. This Antichamber's handing out life lessons left and right. I don't think I can take that one without doing that. I wonder if that would kill me. I don't know if you can actually die in this game or not. Let's see, what does this one do? Opens that door over there. Whoa. See, I'm not really sure where I'm going to end this. I guess we'll just find a place. Probably won't make this more than 20 minutes. But yeah, so far I'm really digging this. Oh man, I don't know. Should I? Oh, I did. Oh god, what did I do? Pretty sure I just got my money's worth there. May have just paid $15 for that. That was pretty awesome. So, yeah, it's just going to do the same thing again. I mean, we could just do this for the next, 5 or 10 minutes. I really don't mind. So I might just backtrack and... Oh, I don't think I can backtrack. Can I? Nope. There we go, we'll head back this way. Yeah, I think so. I don't know, maybe. The signs are a little too cryptic to be that much help. Yep, that is true, but... Oh, can I... I wonder if I can just take all of these and... Oh yeah, it's storing little cubes there. I didn't even notice in the gun, which is pretty useful. Come on. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, indeed. But, yeah, I think there's not much of a story to this game, and the music, obviously, is really just ambient, kind of like... I don't want to say, like, synthesizers, but that's almost probably what it's like. But, okay. A lot of stuff like that happening, apparently, lately. But, yeah, oh, there's some of the bit like guitar. Really ambient stuff, you know. There's not much of a story either, from what I can gather. It's very much like... I don't know if there's going to be any, like, contextual type storytelling going on. Are we just in the same place we were before? I think so. I don't know if, like, I'm going to have to gather the story from, like, learning from the environment or whatever. But that almost doesn't matter, because the appeal of this game is obviously the kind of visual style and the puzzles and everything like that. But I feel like this is a pretty good place to end the video. It's, I think $20 on Steam right now. And I think that's about it. I'm trying to think if anything I've said so far, if I'm missing anything. I think maybe the one thing that bothers me about this game is that some of the puzzles they're either really easy or there's like no way you'll get them until you stumble across the answer, because the game doesn't do anything to explain its premise. All you know is the word non-euclidean geometry, you know? So there's not really any way to know what kind of puzzle you're going to be encountering, or like how to solve it. And like in a game like Portal, not to compare them too much, because they really are dissimilar games in almost every way. In a game like Portal, you feel really smart when you solve one of the puzzles. You feel like, even if the puzzle was super easy, you feel like the game gave you the tools necessary to solve the puzzle in a way that makes you feel kind of like a genius. In this game, that's not really the case. It's more like you stumble across the answer. You're just kind of like blindly stumbling your way through the universe that they've created, trying to figure out exactly what the hell is going on. Which is sort of the appeal of it in a way, you know, to not be led around and to not feel like you're being patronized by a game is kind of important. But I feel like if I don't get some kind of context for what's going on, or if I don't figure out how to solve these puzzles more accurately, the game could wear out its appeal pretty fast, if that makes sense. But anyway, now that rambling outro is done, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it, as always. Make sure you check out the 8thcircuit.com. This will be posted through them again. I told the editor I was going to mention 8th Circuit at the beginning of the video, and I totally forgot. But anyway, thank you for watching again. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next video.